But, alright, we're going to look at some Soulstone Survivors today. And like I was saying, when it comes to Survivors-like games, one of the main selling points is there's a lot of long-term progression. So I can go through some of the initial systems, but I'm not going to know everything if you unlock like some crazy features down the road. But I can show you what to expect from the beginning. And I've played about an hour, a little over an hour so far, so I can show some stuff on that too. But basically, what I like right off the bat, there's a big character selection. I've seen a couple of these, and they have a bunch of different starting stats. You start with just the Barbarian. You get an extra 20 max health, critical damage, chance, cast frequency, move speed. They have certain unique skills that are tied to them. You unlock those through various different ways that I'm sure we'll come across it here. And different skill typings. One thing I don't know too much about yet is there's different weapons, and I'm not sure what the different weapons will do for you. I suspect that they're tied to different starting skills, but I haven't got there yet. And those are made through the blacksmith. I guess one thing that sets this game apart from other Survivors likes, at least that I know of, is on the maps there's collectible resources like mining nodes. And those resources are used to upgrade weapons. And maybe more stuff, but at least this is what I've seen so far, as it's for making or upgrading your weapons. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more. I do like the music in this game so far. Alright, so we'll take a peek here. Big character selection. You get different weapons. I'm pretty sure you can unlock more than just these two also. Nice looking character design. I've not seen what a lot of these do, but you can kind of tell that there's different archetypes and varied theming. You can probably expect these characters to play way different. Let's see, we've looked at the blacksmith. Runes are, I guess my camera's hiding it right now. Well, not really. These runes you unlock, I'm not sure how many you can have. It looks like 5 runes. I think these are stuff that you can choose at the beginning of the map that will alter how your character plays, and these are locked behind requirements like, for example, complete a match in less than 12 minutes with the Paladin. And as you unlock these, there's stuff tied to every character. As you unlock these, I assume you can just plug these into your character. Where did I see that? Oh, at the beginning here. I assume you can plug those in and it changes how your character plays. What's up, Vibes? Good morning. How much is this one? It's $9.99 on Steam right now. You're addicted to this one? Yeah. Good morning, Vibes. It's good to see ya. I've not had a chance to play too much yet, but it's been cool so far. So, okay. In addition to the runes, there's also a skill tree here. This is what you're used to with purchasable upgrades. You get this minor Soulstones currency in-game. And you can buy different stuff like move speed increase, pickup range, XP gain, more currency, like extra percentage. You get rerolls, different offensive stats, defensive, and then you can buy rune slots. I have not checked out Unliving. So that's the skill tree. Runes, blacksmith, character, achievements, just for people that like to chase after challenges or have different goals. But alright, one more thing before I start a game here. Let me switch over to my other save just so I can show some of the maps, or the map selection. And while we're here, I'll show you these characters that I have unlocked so far. The Pyromancer, just for an idea of what some of these other characters can have. This starts with minus 30 health, but you get an extra 20% critical damage, and flat damage modifier, or just generic damage modifier. I mean, you have less armor, but your skills also have 10% more area. You start with a different skill. Let's move this up quickly. an attack that it pierces through enemies and applies burn to everything it hits. It's a long projectile. Also have the Houndmaster. Starts with 40 less health, 15% generic damage modifier, less move speed, extra health gain per crystal, which you find health crystals on the map that can heal you. And then 20% area modifier. You also get dogs that attack enemies near you. So that's that, and then we'll take a quick look at the maps too, and then I'm gonna start on a fresh save just so you can see it from the absolute beginning. So, a look at maps. When you first start playing, you'll have just the first map unlocked, and it looks like this. And in the map, you kill so many enemies and a boss spawns, and in order to complete a map, you have to kill 5 bosses. So that's the process. You go in, kill a lot of enemies, boss spawns, which the bosses are pretty scary too. They have different telegraphs and mechanics you have to deal with. But once you manage to complete a map, just so you have an idea of what to expect later on, there are more difficulties that unlock. This is why I've completed the Scorching Valley, and you get different tiers. So I'm not sure what the higher tiers offer you, since I only have this tier 1. I think what it is you can apply more curses, and what these curses do is you add a penalty to the map, but you get extra currency. So it helps a little bit with farming if you have a good enough strategy to kind of offset the negatives. So these curses that I have on tier 1 of Scorching Valley would be Lifeless Void, all healing received is reduced. Reckless Goblins, these are like explosive enemies that will kind of like chase you down and try to explode on you, and they knock your character around. They're super annoying. Unholy Reinforcements, elite enemies spawn 10% more frequently. And the last one, every time you kill an enemy, there's a 10% chance of a meteor falling near your position. So that's an idea of some of the curses. And then obviously there's the 7 tiers of this, so I'm sure it gets pretty crazy toward the end. Let's see here. One last thing. You might notice too on the maps, the copper, topaz, the caves have iron, emerald. These are the materials you'll use to upgrade your weapons. So there's a reason to farm different places. So overall, at least from my initial impressions, it's got the nice gameplay of a Survivors like that you're used to, but there's also a lot more depth here in terms of like farming for materials. There's a lot of long-term challenges. Some of the stuff, each character has a level tied to it, like a prestige level, and there are achievements or runes in here that require you to get like reach prestige 60 with the Arcane Weaver. So there's just a lot of stuff to chase and do. It's not just you load into a map and this is map tier 1, map tier 2, and all that. There's a lot of farming and different goals you can have. So that's that brief overview from somebody that's not played much yet. I'm sure there's a lot more that I'll discover and find as I go. So let's go ahead and switch over to the fresh save. Alright, so we start with just the Barbarian. And so we'll have the max health, critical damage chance. So this is, I'm probably going to be looking for stuff that does well with crits. Cast frequency is pretty good, means I'm going to be casting my abilities more often. And we get move speed. So let's get into it. You can see here, these are all locked. We just start at Scorching Valley, 0%, absolute beginning. Alright, so another thing that makes this game unique compared to other Survivor likes, at least as far as I know, is you get a dash. Your dash gives you iframes, I think. Looks like I have iframes. I don't take damage when I dash. So yeah, I know later on you can get the ability to unlock more than one dash, but you'll see down here in the bottom left, it's got like a little cooldown on it too. It ticks after you use it. And we start out with just the whirlwind skill. Seems like this might be a bit loud still. Turn this down just a little bit more. There are a lot of visual effects in this game, so it can get a little hard to see would be an understatement. It's very flashy. It looks nice. It feels impactful. I'm pretty sure there's an option, though, to turn that stuff off. And when I get serious about this game, I'll probably do that. But let's see. Here's our first level. Here's an idea of some of the options you might find. Different powers, or different passives. So you've got also different rarities for these two. There's another game that does that, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. But you have like common versions of these powers, uncommon. Like this you could find an uncommon version of this, and the area modifier would be a higher value. But let's see. So we have multicast. This gives your skills a chance to fire twice when they fire, or more than twice. I think you can stack this way high. Increased damage modifier by an additional 20%, but it subtracts 10 from your move speed, and then this is just area modifier. Go ahead and take the multicast here. Yeah, so you see there, I just did the 2 whirlwinds. And now we're just going to collect some XPs. What I've really liked about this game so far are some of the auras. Some of the aura skills. Not necessarily extra weapons, but things that buff your character. Alright, we'll see our options here. I do like Heroic Strike. There's a lot of skills, so if I read through all of them, it'll take forever. But just know there's a big handful of skills to pick from. Both like character specific and generic, just a pool of skills, different buffs, and all kinds of debuffs you can apply, like bleed, hemorrhage, fragility, slow, confused, daze. There's a ton of like debuffs you can add too. Let's see. I do like Heroic Strike. This applies confused. Reduces the target's chance to hit, and whenever they attack, there's a 50% chance that they take damage. I like this Heroic Strike too because it covers a large area. Yeah, you'll see it there. So far when I play this game, my strategy has been like stacking a lot of things that make enemies take more damage. All right here. And I like to try to have one of every debuff. So here's another example of a different debuff in this game. Doom causes 40 damage after 5 seconds. I think this changes based on... some skills have Doom that does higher damage. I'm not sure how the scaling works exactly yet, but I notice some of the debuffs applied by different skills do more damage than others. But this will just be any attack has a chance to apply Doom, and then after 5 seconds, it does 40 damage. You can stack this up too. If Doom accumulates more damage than the target has health, it'll instantly execute the target. But anyway, that's a little bit of extra flat damage on enemies. This Doom's better. Sorry guys, my throat is all scratchy today. Okay, so here you'll see this little ore here. This is where you get the copper and iron and all that. Yeah, and also, I guess this is a good time. You'll see a lot more of these telegraphs. It basically will give an outline, and the red here will fill up, and then that's when the attack executes in that location. Okay, so in addition to generic passives, like these, increase your damage modifier by an additional 5%. Spontaneous combustion adds burn to your attacks, or a % chance to burn. You'll also, in this pool, find passives that are skill specific, and this is how you level your skills up. And I'm actually kind of curious. I didn't have a chance to check this. Increase the damage modifier of Whirlwind by 30%. I want to see how this tool tip changes when I pick this. So I don't know if a skill levels if it gets more damage. That's kind of what I assume, but we'll see here. Yeah, the tooltip goes from... I think it just added in the 30%. It went from 110 to 143. There's still some stuff with scalings that I don't quite understand in this game, like how to scale, like how your abilities scale, like with level, for example. All right. So I've liked this ability a lot. Suction bomb. You throw a bomb to where your cursor is, and it vacuums enemies into that spot. And it does a little bit of damage, but it's kind of nice just for controlling an area. You'll see now I have my own blue telegraph. And I'm doing a poor job of... Oh god, the tree. Doing a poor job of collecting this XP. And what I've learned from playing Survivor likes, pickup range is good. But the beauty of the pickup range in this game is that you also get an XP modifier with it. So magnetic. So I don't have to choose, right? I don't have to pick, do I want XP or pickup range? You get 10% more XP, and your pickup range goes up by 50%. So I'm going to take this. All right. And so now you'll see we have an epic power. There's also legendary. These are usually very strong and either affect a specific skill or a class of skills, for example, like 40% area for all physical abilities. This one does increase the damage modifier of all your skills of type area. So on the whirlwind tooltip at the bottom, you'll see skill type, swing, area, physical. Those are the classifications that the skill has. It also shows you at the bottom here which skills it'll affect. So damage increase for all skills of area type, that is whirlwind and suction bomb. And so those will do more damage now if I take this. And look at that, my suction bomb is double firing. Okay. Chaos Golem I've not tried. There appears to be some kind of summon builds in this game, and I think some of the later characters might facilitate that a bit more. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, the skills have tags. Let's see. I'm not too sure what I want here. Shadow Bolt's really strong, but the cooldown feels long. And it's random. Slash enemies in front of you, dealing 350 damage. Damage is multiplied based on your armor power. Let's try Titan's Cleaver. It's a swing, so if I get anything that scales swings, that would fall under that category. I was reading too that there are magic attacks and physical attacks, and enemies can have different resistances. Like some might be more weak to physical, some might be more weak to magical. All right, here. I like these passives. These are pretty cool. Every time you apply a stack of Doom, there's a 50% chance of applying Dazed as well. And there's a lot of these, like one's Hypothermia, where whenever you apply Slow, it has a chance to apply Fragility also. It's a nice way to double up on different negative effects. I think I might actually take this. Dazed increases chance to receive critical strikes. And I would like to be a crit build. What's up, Zakar? Good morning. If I picked Shadow Bolt, the Impending Doom would be really good. Yeah, you have more Doom stacks. Alright, here we go. Increase the multicast chance of all your skills of type swing by an additional 24%. And that is basically everything but suction bomb. So we'll take that. And here you go. This is the first boss. He's got like a different cleave attack, a long ranged. I'm not sure exactly what he was doing there. Some kind of shield slam. Some kind of shockwave. And there you go. First boss. Here. I'll take Shadow Bolt to satisfy your curiosity, but I'm not sure how long we'll have it. And then so when the boss dies, they drop a crystal, and when you step onto the crystal, it vacuums in all of the XP that's dropped that maybe you haven't picked up. But, alright, multicast. Increase the multicast chance of all your skills of the type frontal, which is everything but, well, I guess Whirlwind and Shadow Bolt. We'll take this, though. I like this Brutal Strikes to apply bleed, but I don't think I have a lot of crit right now. So I'd rather just take the multicast, something that I have that's guaranteed. Did not mean to break the health so early. Your dogs made you sleep awkward? Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. I've messed around with this Leviathan. It's very tempting, the increased damage. It feels really nice, but the move speed is, I mean, I'm sure you can see up to this point there's a lot of telegraphs and that sort of thing. Having the reduced movement speed is very scary. So you'd want to wait to offset this Leviathan, I think, if you take it. Unless you have something that just blows up the whole screen, which those definitely exist, those kinds of builds. I think we'll just take the increased damage modifier of the Whirlwind skill. Yeah, you can see this gameplay is pretty active with all of the enemy attacks. There's a lot of enemy types too that do different things. Okay. I've been wondering, I noticed this yesterday, but I couldn't figure out how to make it. At the bottom it shows 1 type, 2 type, 2 type, 2 type, 1 type. That shows how many tags it has in common with the skills on your hotbar. So Quick Strike is thrust, frontal, physical. It shows you how many tags are in common with it on the bottom row. I do have a lot of frontal attacks. I might just take Quick Strike for now. But what I really want to look for is there's a couple of aura abilities. One of them's Bloodlust, and I'll show you what that does if we can find it. It gives you extra multi-strike and movement speed when it's up. Always trust the void. Let's see. Critical damage chance or critical damage modifier. Right now, I don't have a lot of critical damage chance, only 20%. So I'd like to get that a bit higher, I think. That's very tempting, but let's just make the crits more reliable. We'll just take lethality here. Move speed. I think we'll take multicast. Alright. Shadow Spikes. Explosive Trap is cool. But I think I'm okay with the abilities we have right now. So, if you don't want to take any of the abilities to replace what you have on your bar, you just click this button. And it gives you passives instead. And this Magnetic's very tempting. But this is the uncommon version of this. Expansive, which increases area. Uncommon's a little bit higher than you'll normally find, so I'm going to take that. Just to get a little bit more area on our skills. Area of effect for Suction Bomb. I'm going to take this Spontaneous Combustion just so we're applying some burns. We have Doom already. Let's do increased armor. I like, so far when I've played, I've liked to try to, I like trying to apply at least one of every ailment. This could be pretty good. I'm actually going to replace the Shadow Bolt now with this. A powerful strike in the direction you're aiming at, dealing 50 damage and an extra 10 damage per stack of bleed or hemorrhage in the affected targets. Applying fragility. So I'm going to have to get a source of bleed, but this is pretty nice because, as you'll see at the bottom, it's swing, frontal, physical, which it works pretty well with all of the rest of the stuff I have. It sort of fits the theme of the build I have so far. So you can change these out. You start with 6. You can switch out if you want to. If you find something later on that's pretty good. And now we need a way to get bleeds. Alright, multicast chance of suction bomb. That seems a little bit overkill. Casting multiple suction bombs, but I'm not going to complain about it. Let's get some of this XP. Titan's Cleaver, area modifier. Let's do it. That scales with armor. Probably not a bad idea for me to find some armor. All right. All your attacks have a chance to apply slow. Multi-cast plus AoE's God tier. Well, yeah. There's a lot of really strong stuff in this game. Cast speed is good too because it reduces your cooldowns. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. It depends on the build too. A lot of AoE is not good if you can't kill fast. These enemies certainly get a lot tankier later. And especially like on bosses too. Add all ailments to it as well. Yeah. So, alright, let's look here. Multicast for Whirlwind by an additional 48%. Eventually, all your skills will... The multicast goes a lot higher than just 2 instances of this spell. So, eventually you just start firing off a lot of them. Whirlwind, damage modifier, or magnetic. I think that's the choice here. Ike, good morning. We'll do some... let's get this Whirlwind hitting a bit harder. Ike, you would like this game. There's a lot of big abilities here. There we go. There's Bloodlust. I love this skill. Empower you and all nearby allies, increasing movement speed by 20% and the cast frequency by an additional 40%. So this reduces your cooldowns, the cast frequency while this is up. And what to get rid of here? No, I accidentally didn't take it. Oh no, I accidentally didn't take it. Oh my god. Okay, maybe we'll find it again. Anyway, the Bloodlust is really good when you actually click the button to take it. Instead, we'll take this multicast of Suction Bomb. That's so sad. Bloodlust is my favorite ability in this game so far. This is good. Powerful strikes increase your damage modifier by an additional 15%. That's for everything. Definitely if you see spiders, kill them. They leave webs on the ground that slow you down, and that can be not great. Another legendary suction bomb. So that's going to be a lot of sucking. It's like that was just like 6 of them. All right, let's see here. Increased multicast chance by an additional 16%. Very nice. Hey, we're getting some good stuff here. Increase the multicast chance of the skill Heroic Strike by an additional 60%. And we summoned a boss. Yeah, you'll see in the top right too. I guess I forgot to mention this. It shows how many enemies you need to kill to spawn the next boss. Increase the cast frequency of subdue. Actually, I think I'm gonna increase the armor here. So we step on the crystal and it vacuums. Let's see. Increase the number of dashes you can perform by 1. This is my first time seeing this. So we'll have 2 dashes now. Very nice. Let's get... I have a lot of multicasts. I kind of want to work on crit for a little bit. Yeah, so we need 1,500 monsters to summon the next Lord of the Void, which is what this game calls bosses. Alright, multicast chance of the skill Whirlwind, 48%. I really like that you can cast more than... Like, it doesn't cap it. 2 casts. You get a lot of multicast, you're going to fire off a lot of skills. Having a break from Against the Storm? Yeah, I wanted to... This game just came out, and I wanted to do like a little preview of it. Alright, let's see what else we have for passives. I'm not done with Against the Storm, though. I'm definitely playing more of that. Let's see here. We'll take Magnetic. I think I want Magnetic. We don't need... I don't know... I don't feel like we need that many more suction bombs. We're already casting it, I think, 3 times. Yeah, let's take Magnetic. Let's do that. Get a little bit more of a vacuum here. You got this yesterday? It's deep. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot here. Really, I like just how much there is to do in this game. There's plenty of just like challenges and stuff to chase after. All right, increase the area modifier of Heroic Strike by an additional 20%. We'll go ahead and take that. I have so much XP laying around. Okay. Every time you apply a stack of burn, there's a 50% chance to apply slow as well. I'm pretty sure I did pick up some burn earlier, and this is part of the reason why, so we can capitalize on these kind of skills. Oh god. Gotta watch out. These, the environment, like the trees and stuff, it's a little easy to get caught on them sometimes if you're not careful. Take another magnetic. Or actually, I want more crit chance. This will put my crit chance at 40%. It looks like it's working. What's the green crystal? The green crystal is health. I think I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit more too. All right. Well, I guess we should probably take this cast frequency. This reduces cooldowns. So we go from 1.2 second on Whirlwind to 1.1 second. Well, I guess every little bit helps. I've not played a build like this yet, with a lot of these frontal strikes. Okay. Okay, that's a big AoE. Well, you're about to learn what the green crystals do at this rate. Let's see. I guess we can do some crit damage now, since I have some pretty good crit built up, like a good crit chance. I need to pull this boss away from the wall. Yeah, we're gonna go on a little field trip here to the health crystal. Okay. Of course, this boss has long range too, so she doesn't want to leave the wall. Alright, let's just go in there. Let's go for it. It's a lot of scaries on the ground. Alright, we take magnetic for the XP and vacuum. And we have 2 bosses left, and then this map's done. There's not like a time set on waves or anything like that. Basically, a match lasts as long as it takes for you to kill the enemies needed to spawn bosses. There's actually some achievements for finishing in less than 12 minutes. 100% chance to deal a critical strike on enemies with full health. I really like this passive. We're gonna take that. Hey, what's up, Artie? So nice of me to do a stream for your renewal. How did you know? Why? That's exactly why I'm here today, Artie.
Do a stream for my renewal.
Hey, thank you for the 13 months, Artie. Officially over a year now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, thank you, man, for the 13 months. Good to see you today. Hope you're doing well. Made it to the big time. Alright, let's see here. Increase the damage modifier of Titan's Cleaver. This is where it always gets weird for me. In these types of games, I'm never sure if it's better to take crit chance or damage for something specific. Well, or crit damage. 12% crit damage. I think a crit's what? Probably double damage. So this is probably like 24%. I don't know how that math works exactly. I'm just going to take the crit damage. And I guess this is for all skills, too. This is generic, not just only Titan's Cleaver. We'll take this. I don't necessarily like that it's taking me this long to kill some of the elites, though. You don't really like crit builds? You tend to go for chance to make it more reliable. Touch of Ice. I do have one of these. One thing I guess one minor nitpick I have of the game is I wish there was like a more organized way of seeing what I have already. Or what I've chosen. Like skills are mixed in here. And all your passives are mixed in here. I think it puts it in the order that you grab them. But I wish you could hit, like, maybe you can. No. Like, hit escape or something and just give me, like, a list. Like, the things aren't grouped up together either, for example. I have, like, common, multicast, epic. Well, anyway, what made me think of that is I was looking for if I already had Touch of Ice. But we will take the critical damage modifier here with Merciless. Yeah, if you're standing in explosions and stuff too, your character can get knocked all over the place. And that can get really deadly. Alright, we got a boss. Well, we seem to be doing some decent damage to it. A little bit more multicast here. You love this game? Yes, it seems really cool so far. I've not been able to dive super deep into it yet. But what I've played so far, I've liked. It's got an addicting gameplay loop for sure. Oh no, I'm stuck! What the heck was that? I think the dogs had me pinned to the ground. Okay, we gotta find some health. Alright, Operation Find Some Health here. Thank God for the double dash. And other Mario Kart games. All of them. There we go. Bloodlust, a chance to redeem myself. We're gonna replace what? I'm actually not applying a lot of bleed, so I'm probably just gonna get rid of subdue here. I don't think I'm really capitalizing on that like I could be. But anyway, Bloodlust is OP. My favorite skill in the game by far. Faster move speed and lower cooldowns. And you can get multicast for it. And potency, so it like makes it even stronger when it does cast. Alright, let's go get more health. This is very dangerous. So basically, I need to kill 400 more enemies and then the last boss is going to spawn. And that will be the end of this map. It feels really nice with the dashes and the telegraph dodging. It all feels very fluid. Still looking for health. Yeah, here earlier I was talking about the explosive goblins. There's one up there in the top right chasing me. We don't want to see what it does. It is getting close though. Well, I can't find any health. Here we go. Now we're just gonna finish this up. Hey, what's up, Pets PL? Welcome. Good morning. Do you think someone should make an ARPG style of this game? Yeah. That's funny. You're not alone. That'd be cool. This game kind of has loot already. With like how the blacksmith is. You just need to multiply that by 10,000. The gameplay feels good already. Smooth and active. The dash feels good with the telegraphs. This kind of thing in an ARPG setting would feel really nice. Alright, I don't have the damage. Critical strikes have a 50% chance to apply bleed. I have too much area and not enough damage. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, this is a scary clump. At least I managed to find some health here. There's a little bit more to the bottom left of me. Alright, we need something strong here. Critical damage or just flat damage. We'll do critical damage. We'll put my fate in the hands of coin flips. So, let's see. 50 more enemies and the boss will spawn. Okay. This looks good. Alright, critical strikes have a 100% chance of applying wound. And what wound is, I really like this mechanic. It makes it so when you apply an ailment, there's a 50% chance that it gets doubled. I think that's really nice. And I think that'll work pretty well in this build, where if I hit a full health enemy, it's a crit guaranteed. You just can kind of front load a lot of damage onto some of this trash. Alright, let's see the boss. This dude is probably the scariest one I've seen so far. I'm just gonna hope that these attacks are landing on it. Okay, what's to take here? I need damage. Okay, let's try to get down here to the health. Generally it's better to just not leave a boss to its own devices. Oh, I'm stuck on this rock. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. And this thing, like, this boss in particular can aim across the whole map. Let's go find, maybe I find some health here. Oh, there's a lot. This is this is the first map on a fresh save. There's a lot of ways to ramp up the difficulty. Maps, I think, what was it? Maps go up to 7 tiers with curses. Different curses you can add too on top of that like increase your meta currency gain. Oh, found some health. Okay, alright, we gotta go all in here. I don't think we're gonna find any more health. Let's just go hunt down this boss. Hey, there it is. Alright. Alright. I don't know what... Okay, so when... I've not seen what this does yet. When you beat a level, there's a blue portal and a red portal. I've taken blue, and then the blue takes you to the victory screen. Actually, I probably should just do that. Let's see here. I'm gonna take some stuff. Get some Titan's Cleaver damage. Yeah, well, let's go see these portals. Oh, is there just one at the beginning? Never mind. I know sometimes, yeah, I think red is endless. I guess for now there's only the one, though. Maybe I saw the red on a second playthrough on the other save. But all right, there you go. That's a preview of Soulstone Survivors and a playthrough of the first map. Yeah, pretty fun game. I think there's a lot of good stuff here. And if you guys pick it up, I hope you have fun.